Hello everyone and now welcome to a 1v1 matchup between Blade and SyDe. Blade playing under the name Unique here, spawning as the random Night Elf player. We're going to go ahead and speed things up to that all-important 2-minute mark. I believe this might be the all-random. Yeah, this is the all-random strategy here as things do get underway. Alright, hero coming out, it is going to be a Pit Lord going up against, well, a Dark Ranger. Two undead heroes. This is all the randoms. And things, well, are always a little bit chaotic as your race and your hero's choices are all in fact random. Dark Ranger now making their way back out, and this type of game is all about adapting your strategy early on. Dark Ranger already out and about here, going to be able to start getting in some of these skeletal minions out here on the battlefield. Blight now down as well, going after this Forest Troll High Priest. Quite a bit of damage being absorbed right there, as we're going to be looking at some ghouls trying to back away, and a fast expansion attempt coming in from SyDe. I believe the colors are actually wrong. There we go. SyDe now going to go ahead and finish things off here, pick up a replenishment potion, finish off this last Forest Troll Berserker, and then perhaps use these skeletal minions to make their way out. I have been doing all right. Things are pretty much stable and steady here in the Crota household. Pit Lord now waiting for a Tree of Life to get finished here, as a skeletal minion may try and, well, put in a little pressure or perhaps pull some units all the way over here. This Tree of Life is a bit far away, and we are looking at, well, Centaur Drudge and Burning Archer. These are two very powerful mercenaries that you can hire early on, as damage is starting to be done here. All right, Centaur Drudge already being forced to retreat back. The Burning Archer, however, does deal quite a bit of damage even before he has those auto attack, those searing arrows. All right, no searing arrows finally being used. They're trying to take down some of this, as we're looking at a Colt Knoll now making its way out across. Trying to come up with learn the strategies that these players are going to be using is rather difficult. Picking up some additional poems there. Do Reef Elementals actually? I don't believe they give any sort of corpse, so the Black Arrow is not effective against it, or maybe perhaps she just doesn't have the Black Arrow on, or because Black Arrows don't work, turned off that, well, mana draining ability. We are still looking at, well, some Hydra hatchlings. There is an Ancient of War right off over there trying to absorb a bit of that damage. We are going to be getting into a slight engagement here. The Pit Lord does want to get up to level 3. And we see Black Arrows and Drain Life for the ability going up against Rain of Fire and Cleave, No Howl of Terror. That Hydra hatchling dealing quite a bit of damage there, as the Pit Lord does get up to level 3, and he does go for level 2 Cleave to try and rack up a lot of that damage overall. Are the hero skills also random, or the hero skills are chosen by the players? That part isn't random. Only the hero that you train is random there. Otherwise, strategies would just be that much more difficult to try and finish off. All right, Rain of Fire to try and deal quite a bit of damage here. Ghouls could be making their way back out, but the Pit Lord does have Cleave and should be able to rack up quite a bit of damage here. Meanwhile, there are Ice Troll Priests in the back as well. It looks like another unit getting taken down here, as repairs are now underway, trying to get up a second Nerubian tower. One archer getting taken down there. Black arrows coming back across, and the Black Arrows are summoning those dark minions, the level 2 variety that deal significantly more damage. Meanwhile, the Dark Ranger is fighting up against the Pit Lord, as the Dark Ranger is just tanking in that frontline spot. Does have a level 1 Siphon Life, not level 2 variety, not going to be able to actually do a decent trade against those particular units, but does use a replenishment potion to try to get back up to full. Coming back across here, Pit Lord sitting at level 3, going to continue to clear out more creep camps. The Burning Archer still deals quite a bit of damage, as you can see, each of those attacks, but a Ghoul and Dark Ranger quickly makes its way across, and now starting to rack up a bit more damage as well. Slow, unfortunately, getting cast onto one of Blade's units. It's going to get taken down, as the Pit Lord could be in a little bit of trouble. Full on surround right here. Always dangerous to try and surround a Pit Lord with Cleave, but it was low enough on hit points for it to be effective. Dark Ranger still sitting at level 3. Meanwhile, coming back across to the other side, Tree of Life now attempting to entangle this gold mine and set up an expansion as well. Is this a new map? It is a new map to me, and this is an all ATR, all the randoms. You do not get to choose your race. You do not get to choose your heroes. It is just how you adapt and whether or not you have good synergy with the heroes that you are given. Delta deck of cards and really depends on how you try and play it. As the Cobalt Taskmaster gets taken down, Scourge Bone Chimes, is it going to be picked up? It is picked up by the Pit Lord. Pit Lord had an item slot available as he was not able to, as he was forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal earlier, and that ended up being a blessing in disguise, taking the Scourge Bone Chimes, and now that Pit Lord dealing quite a bit of damage while regenerating hit points per swipe. Coming back around, units continue to make their way back here. We are looking at more and more mercenaries getting hired up here. Makura, Tidecaller, and a Vile Tormentor trying to retreat back by side. Meanwhile, Blade is trying to retreat back with all of these Night Elf units, as well as an army of, well, giant skeleton warriors, dark minions now making their way back across. All right, these are that is Blades right there, as more attacks are getting underway. Hunter's Hall nearing, now getting propped up, perhaps trying to go into Dryads. We are teching to tier 3, and we may be trying to go for Bears in just a little bit. Coming back across here, Pit Lord. We're going to finish things off. Level 4 now on that Pit Lord, going for perhaps level 2 Rain of Fire, not going for Howl of Terror at all. A little bit of an interesting choice. The Tome of Agility should be picked up, as it would still give a decent amount of armor, of 1 more point of armor, and he will be in that 10 armor range, significantly reducing the amount of damage he takes. Coming back to the undead side, Undead, Halls of the Dead, teching to Black Citadel, a second hero now currently being trained up. What will side be dealt? Coming back around, the Pit Lord sitting at level 4, decent amount of damage, plus 11 damage, coupled with Gloves of Haste and all of those things right there. Good luck, have fun. Yep, thank you. As the Dark Ranger makes its way back off to the north. Vile Tormentor, Makura Tidecaller, and a Furbolg as well. We are also getting a Sea Giant Hunter, so just trying to train up as many mercenaries out on the map as the Pit Lord may be able to dive on in here and now go after all of these acolytes here. But there is a Mountain King out on about as well, and that perhaps could cause some problems as the Rain of Fire, all of those units trying to back away. All right, little bit of damage right there. Well, Staff of Teleportation, who's going to be inbound? In comes the Dark Ranger. Dark Ranger trying to focus quite a bit of damage as the Pit Lord is now low on, well, not really low on hit points, actually regenerating hit points rather nicely from the blight of his opponent, and now perhaps going to try to mosey on his way inside the undead base. All right, there's a lot of ghouls here. Can he actually swipe his way out of this scenario, trying to dive in back across here? And it looks like he may be able to put some pressure here, as we now see Side trying to double upgrade these 2 ziggurats here, and, well, offsetting a bit of all of that mining. All right, little bit of damage being dealt once more. However, the Pit Lord is on a one-way ticket, needs to get back out of there. Mountain King, well, too far away. That would have been a great timing for a Stormbolt, as he picks up a Robe of Magi, and now up to 430 mana already. Coming back around, it does not look as though Blade has started training up a second hero. Nope, just now training up that second hero. We are at Tree of Eternity. We are going into Ancient of Lores with Bears, and also going into Ancient of Winds. I'm not sure what Ancient of Wind strategy will be used. Perhaps some Fairy Dragons to deal with the eventual, well, Obsidian statues that will be making their way out, and with that Mana Flare to try and disrupt them. Side also going for that Temple of the Damned. Will it be Necromancers or Banshees? Necromancers are going to be in order, and we may actually end up getting some Necromancers and Meat Wagons in this fight as well. All right, rather random engagement all the way across. Ghouls versus Pit Lord. That would have been a interesting battle to see. The Pit Lord is able to swipe through, deal quite a bit of damage, up to plus 16. And is he regenerating hit points nicely? He's not really regenerating all that much, but it's still rather effective, as we see Potom, Priestess of the Moon, as the third hero from Side. Meanwhile, Goblin Alchemist as the second hero from Blade. All right, Blade perhaps, yes, going to be using that Acid Bomb. Gloves of Haste right there, using a Rejuvenation Potion. And well, is it going to accidentally get disrupted? Yes, it will. Those Dark Minions able to disrupt that Pit Lord's heal just enough. And now he is only, well, being forced to be used a Rejuvenation instead. Alchemist trying to clear up to this creep camp here. This is a 5-3-1 creep camp. This will not give level 2. Meanwhile, down to the south here, Priestess of the Moon, now also fighting alongside a Thunder Lizard. The Mountain King with Stormbolt, the Thunder Lizard, I also believe has some sort of clap ability, also deals a little bit of, well, quite a bit of piercing damage. And that auto attack also, I believe, can proc a Purge. In comes a Scroll of Town Portal Stormbolt onto a bear before it's able to transform over, and that was a big bit of damage there. Meanwhile, more engaging underway. The Thunder Lizard could try and get in a couple of claps or some other abilities, as we see the Fairy Dragons now causing quite a bit of problems, and well, causing all of those flares there. All right, Priest of Pit Lord now seeing that level 5 trying to fight its way through. Acid Bombs could be coming down, but the Mana Flares are doing quite a number on all of these units here, as the Mountain King could be in trouble as he's low on hit points, and now Scroll of Town Portal is in order. All right, how much damage is going to be used there? A little bit of, well, tactical retreat. So many low hit point units, as one Obsidian statue, I believe, was taken down, leaving only one left. Priestess of the Moon, Unholy Frenzy, and now Essence of Blight healing back up all of these units. All right, this is still rather strange and unorthodox. Side sitting at 51 supply compared to 63. All right, purposely trying to get out of low upkeep, only to go back into low upkeep right there, as we see a bit more healing getting underway. A second Obsidian statue going to be retrained up, as well as we should be getting some repairs onto these Obsidian statues. One, as we are going into a third air, it goes into the air, and well, without the Death Knight, the Destroyer is just really not as strong once it takes to the skies without any sort of real burst heal. Fairy Dragons are now going to go ahead and Mana Flare back here, both sides fighting every which way. Alchemist trying to take things down. Mountain King very low on hit points, being forced to retreat back. That Mana Flares are really racking up quite a bit of damage as the Mountain King retreats back as well. All right, more Mana Flare coming back around. Pit Lord taking a lot of damage, needs to retreat as well. We may get a rejuvenation on that Pit Lord. Pit Lord down to 200 hit points, down to 100 hit points, as he trying to retreat back down to 130, staying steady with that rejuvenation, but may finally get taken down as he finally falls there. That rejuvenation just came to an end, and not enough level 5 Pit Lord falls, giving Side quite a bit of that lucky break that he needed. 41 supply compared to 60, as there was a bunch of low hit point bears as well. All right, what is this Mountain King looking to do? There's a bit of a long stun right there. Why is the Mountain King backing away? Could have finished off a couple more of these units as well, as he's hiding inside his own base here. All right, Obsidian statue could provide enough heals, or we're going to see a little bit of damage coming back across. More damage added in there. Druid of the Claw down to 700 hit points. Mountain King could have gotten off a level 2 Stormbolt and ensured the kill, and Blade lucks out, able to hold on to a handful more units than I actually thought he would. With that said, we are looking at the Pit Lord nearing level 6. Where is it gonna go, and what is it gonna try and do? It is low on mana, no way to easily be able to use that ultimate ability when the time comes. All right, more engagement. Mountain King gonna go ahead and try and engage Hippogriff, trying to retreat back. It quickly gets taken down. A lot of damage. We're seeing a bit of a dive into here, as the Pit Lord is gonna be able to get to level 6. Yes, level 6 off of the Obsidian statue takedown, and now going after some of these units as well. All right, that Pit Lord is attacking rather quickly. No longer has that vampiric aura as it is on the Alchemist. Pit Lord's going to go after, take down the Mountain King as well, and that Pit Lord is a man on a mission to take down all of Side's heroes. No easy retreat there, as the Priestess of the Moon, wow, actually able to easily sneak on by. There are so many units nearby, but still, it looks as though Blade is going to be able to put in the pressure with that larger army. All right, Boneyard currently not training up anything new. Priestess of the Moon and the Dark Ranger making their way back out. Pit Lord could try and put in a bit of pressure, as the Spirit Tower will get taken down. Without Charm, the Dark Ranger is not going to be able to really turn the tide in this fight. Staff of Preservation saves the bear, as we're still seeing a lot of this all getting racked back up. Dark Ranger sitting at 5.7. Is it going to be able to hold on to this here, as the bears are now making their way back over? Gargoyles now going after a Hippogriff, easily going to take that down, and now going after perhaps the bears and the other units on the ground. The Destroyers get a little bit of a damage bonus as well. Fairy Dragons are going to end up getting destroyed here, and is that going to give the necessary experience to the Dark Dark Ranger to get up to level 6, and if that is the case, things could turn around drastically, as the Dark Ranger would be trying to possess bears all game long. All right, another Fairy Dragon could get taken down. There it goes. Dark Ranger just shy of 6, as we see a Doomguard now out onto the battlefield from the level 6 Pit Lord ability. All right, another Gargoyle going to get taken down here. Destroyer's trying to do a little bit of work trying to take down Druids of the Claw. There's a nice Devour Magic, but both the Alchemist, that Orb of Venom coupled with Fairy Dragons is going to take down another unit there, and there is the GG. Blade versus Side, back and forth, a great game, but it looks as though Blade able to inch out ahead with that level 6 Doomguard and that Alchemist taking down Side. A rather, unorthodox game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below.